Hello everybody, Shadow SP here, and we are back playing more Granblue Fantasy. This time, we are here to try to finish off the T1 quest series. The only one we've got left is the Wind opponent, so let's get in there and see what we've got. Alright, so... got, Nezha? That's how you pronounce it? I am, once again, I say it every time something that is Chinese comes up. I really am not an expert at Chinese pronunciation. I know if in Japanese this name is turned into Nataku. So that doesn't really help us here, but it is a fun little piece of trivia. Alright. I'm not gonna lie, this is a quest that I am not particularly confident that the team can do full auto. Not because I think that we're too weak for it, but because I don't think that the skills that our teammates have will line up particularly well against the boss. So I'm going to clear this manually, and if it goes incredibly well, I'll try to do a full auto clear. I should mention we're running Lumberjack. It's a standard defensive summon setup. Lumberjack with the standard fire grid that we've been running on everything. Alright. And the reason that we're not running Miserable Mist is because we do not need it. Because with Lumberjack, we are going to be able to cap defense down with Lumberjack's stackable and Noise's second skill. And like the last time we were running Lumberjack, which was on the Primarch grid, we are still running the what is it? That side story harp that gives the heal on guard attack, just for the extra sustain, and we don't really have anything better available really. We could run the non-uncapped Steel Axe. It's not that good, and we already have a multi-attack buff from Yul, so we're not in that desperate of need for one. Yeah, I'm thinking if we do end up with a full auto clear, our team will be Lumberjack led, because we need the buffs that Lumberjack gives us in order to like defend against the damage that we're doing and be able to deal more consistent damage ourselves. Alright, so now we have the boss puts fire attack up and wind attack up on itself. Usually if a boss does that, that's an indicator that they're going to use an off elemental attack. And this boss is no exception. There is fire damage that comes out of this boss, so gotta be ready for that. Part of the reason why I have low confidence in full autoing this boss is because it's actually really inconsistent in what it does. Because there's basically, it can always use that buff move that it used, and if you use a defensive tool in the face of it, like, it doesn't do anything. But it also has really high damage spikes at a couple different points. I think it looks like we're gonna be fine doing it manually, but obviously that's not what we would want to do if we were gonna farm this quest a lot. That said, I'm not sure we will because we only really need anima. We only really need 2 of the Omega anima, so we can get the Seraphic weapon on cap right now. Like maybe later we can farm this quest for, you know, more anima when we need it, but for now, like that's our major objective is just getting the 2 Omega anima. So we only need 5 regular anima. So we have 5 in the bank. We might even have more. I know we can trade for 1. And I'll tell you what, it's a lot more consistent once you have a stronger grid coming into these quests, and it'll go by a lot quicker. We're delaying using Noise's second skill so we can try to get the charge attack buff on it to actually do something meaningful. We're turning off charge attack, so you'll get her full double strike echo return with the guaranteed triples. Yeah, so you can see that hits really hard. Because we're behind a shield, and we do have lumberjack buffs, so we're pretty well protected, and that still hit pretty hard. And it'll get worse. Because if he does it while he has the fire attack and wind attack up, it can wipe your pretty easily. Especially if you're, you know, running a weaker grid like this one. How dare you? They finally broke my leaf burning shield, so guess I'll cast that. This right here for that charge attack damage buff. Because we're going to charge in. That's good stuff. I mean, it's free, essentially, because it's good timing to reapply the defense debuff, and Noise just happened to be charge attacking this turn. It's a nice buff to have, because it helps his damage keep up. It's not the highest. Once again, SR characters sometimes have issues with keeping up in terms of damage. What I thought was going to happen. The other thing about this move is that half of the damage comes out of fire, so wind damage cuts don't work as well as you would want them to. Alright, we're going to summon Sandalphon. Get the attack buff on. And then we are going to summon Shiva. Oh, hold on, I need to not do that. Just putting out as much damage as we can here. Basically, we're trying to push to 10% before the next time the boss gets full diamonds. And the reason why is because the 10% trigger is just a buff. And then we have 4 turns to try to get the kill before anything bad happens. And we do have 40% charge bar over 2 turns with these 2 summons with Nobio and C2, so we're probably going to be able to get off another full chain. And by probably, I mean almost certainly. That's just kind of how this works. Yeah, and then our next turn is more, even more bursting. Very nice. It is nice to charge attack with Lumberjack. Better song on. It gives a strength buff to everybody, which helps a lot with damage. Alright, well, I mean, ultimately that did go well, but I can see potential pain points where we might just die if we're full autoing. I do need one more anima. That is a little disappointing. Well, I mean, we're already here. May as well try it full auto, see what happens. Okay, for full auto, we'll definitely pick Shiva. The correct choice would be the 250 Lucifer, but we don't do that here. Okay, then we're gonna swap out our skills for skills that will actually get cast. So let's go with Dispel. And we'll just go with Miserable Mist, just to get the attack down. We'll set Nobio's Quick Summon. It's been our usual go-to. And then we'll swap out our other summons for stat sticks. So we'll go for the usual crew that we've seen in the last couple videos of Diablo, Ifrit, and Poseidon. Poseidon's been an old mainstay. He's been outclassed, and he's almost completely off the roster. But he still sees some use in moments like this. All right, looks like and this is our grid. For anyone who's curious, standard grid. I think this is the only Arcarum weapon that I've actually skilled up. Oh well, not important. Okay, well, let's give this a shot. I'm not convinced, but we'll see. Alright, first full auto and full auto quick summon. And then we just push the button and see how it goes. Something that is nice about UL is that all of her burst lines up with itself, so she kind of uses the same first turn every 6 turns, which is pretty cool, because it's the echoes with the Fox Flame for the supplemental damage, and the second skill afterwards, so it double activates with supplemental damage, and then she's double strikes with guaranteed triples and the echoes. It's pretty cool. She's really good on full auto, and she'd be a lot better if her third skill would actually cast. Which I think is a lot of our problem with fire in general, is a lack of automatic healing. Yeah, I think our only real healing source is Lumberjack getting hit with their song up, and that may not happen just because of how inconsistent the boss's damage output is. Oh, we also have Nobio. I forgot to mention that. But, just Nobio is not really good enough to keep it high, basically. Okay. That is a thing that the boss can do. Defense downs are bad. What can do? At least debuffs are turn-based, so they will they'll expire. Oops, sorry about that. They'll expire a lot quicker than you see with buffs on full auto. Granted, I believe the fire defense down one is 7 turns long, so it'll still be up next charge attack. Yeah, I'll say it again. I do like Duel's first turn. It's nice and consistent. 50% trigger is a Flame Lance, guaranteed. But in Overdrive, there's a chance of 3 different moves. He can do this buff, he can do Soar the Heavens that he did earlier, and he can do Flame Lance. So, like I said, inconsistent damage, because Soar the Heavens doesn't do very much. And the Wind and Fire Ringlets, that's just a buff. It doesn't do any damage. Like, we could easily have, you know, a run of this where every single Overdrive uses the Flame Lance, which, you know, it's 20 hits. I believe it's 10 hits each of Wind and Fire. So we could see a lot of damage output there. Also, if Nezha's first skill lines up with either the 50% trigger, the 25% trigger, or any time the boss uses Flame Lance, he's probably going to be screwed. Hey, it did, right here. Let's see the damage. Yeah, because it's single target hits, so Nezha's substitute works. Goodbye. It's not a big deal, but it is funny. Yeah, but no joke, actually having the substitute to completely eat one of those triggers is I mean, it's looking better than I thought it would. Seems like the normal damage from the boss on off turns is pretty low, and since his charge damage is pretty inconsistent, that does make sense as to why we're doing better than I anticipated. Because he hasn't done anything that's particularly bad for us yet. Also, 4 diamonds is a lot. The normal 3 plus Colin being able to inflict gravity really does mean we're not taking the charge damage very often. Looks like we might have that Ringlet line up with 25% trigger soon, which that does hurt. I don't know exactly how big the fire and wind attack up are, but I do know that they make him hit a lot harder. Oh, and the fire and wind attack up are hidden behind a double attack up. So even if we had Dispel, we wouldn't be able to. Just a sneaky trick of buffing. Alright, how much is this gonna do? About half damage to the whole team. Yeah, I mean, that can be pretty bad. Looks like we're gonna be fine, but if we'd been a little unluckier earlier, we might still be a little low, and could be in kind of a dangerous spot. I mean, one good thing about taking all that damage is it does feed you a lot of charge bar. Nobio does seem to do a decent amount. Like, I'm not incredibly impressed whenever we use it in full auto, but it is contributing a lot to survivability. It's essentially an instant 2000 heal plus a refresh. I mean, the refresh values aren't huge, but they're not tiny either. I mean, there are some small numbers on some refresh skills in this game. I believe Nobio's is like somewhere near 500. I don't have the numbers right in front of here, but you know. Well, so we are gonna clear it in 400. Okay. Well, that's no big deal. It's good to know. Well, that does mean that I have officially full autoed every single member of the T1 raid stuff. T1 raids. T1 quests. Never actually recorded a video of full autoing Dark Angel Olivia, but it's really not that hard. With the tools that we have now, especially with the with Albert on the team, it goes by pretty quick. All right, so this showdown, Nezha showdown. What do we get from here? As with all of these, the most important reward is the anima. The weapon drop this weapon is good. However, you only want one copy of it. And if you do the Knick-Knack Academy, it will give you a fully uncapped, fully skill leveled copy of this weapon. The reason that you only want one is because of the first skill, the Betrayal skill. It doesn't stack. When it comes to short-term attack up, this weapon is pretty hard to beat because it's got the Betrayal skill, which is boosted by your Summon Aura, and the Tyranny skill, which is also boosted by your Summon Aura. So it's really strong. The normal version of it, it's okay if you're looking to add more normal mod to your grid. However, it does not add more normal mod than a Bahamut weapon, so it's not really worth considering. Also, it lowers your HP, so you gotta be aware of that. Tyranny skill lowers HP. That's important. I should describe what the first skill does. It's 8 turns of attack up. After 8 turns, it falls off. Alright, well, that is another series of quests complete. We are really making moves now. I mean, heck, we finished the first series a long time ago. No, but I never even recorded a video of Mithra because Mithra is super easy. All right. Well, yeah, I'm happy with that result. Hopefully, it being a double feature isn't too big of a deal, but I'll put a timestamp in there to delineate which run we're doing. I mean, obviously the full auto one took longer, but it's no big deal. Well, all right. Let's not beat around the bush anymore then. No more rambling. This has been Shadow SP. Signing off. Thanks for watching.